Live. Okay, then we are live with the BS Busters. I don't know what number this is because I'll be frank. Look, I got that itis from eating all that turkey yesterday. I just don't have the energy to be looking up numbers and
Monkey
junk.
juice.
But this is BS Busters Thanksgiving special, or AKA the Gobble Gobble Mother Effort episode of BS Busters. And we're just gonna be talking about a little bit of this and that and and here and there. My guests are from my right to my left, or left to my right is Coupon Strives.
Hello, Coupon Strides here, Gaming Diva. I'm here. This is my first time on the BS Buster, so let's bust some BS.
And Terminator Juice.
What's up, everybody? Terminator Juice. I got my Zero Suit Samus icon, if you didn't know. I switched that a couple days ago. That's
Yeah,
a
you keep
screenshot, actually. I actually took that from the in-game and then posted it to Twitter. And so, yeah. Anyway, let's talk some BS. And probably not going to be talking about Nintendo, because we're talking about BS.
Yeah, we are talking about BS. Basically, the first topic is just going to be the easiest one, which is, as I said in the little banner when I posted this, we're gonna have some roasted turkey, and the roasted turkey is gonna start with Sony because, like some turkeys, you go to someone's house, they say it's turkey, it's not turkey, it's tofu turkey, and this is what Sony has given us. It looks like turkey. You cut into it, it's like this is not turkey, and the false advertisement has bounce back on them because a few weeks ago, the Sony of America president Sean Layden said that the Vita is such a great it's such a great value, pound for pound, buck for buck. Vita's the best gaming experience you can have, and yet the week after that, it turns out they've been hit with a fine by the I want to say the Consumer Protection Agency for false advertising what the Vita could do. And as president of the American branch of that company, this is not something that just came out this week. They've been negotiating this fine for months, if not weeks, before this stuff happened. So basically, yet again, Sony lying to our face and then being caught red-handed.
Yeah, it was the FTC, the Federal Trade Commission, that busted them.
Yeah. Well, I knew it was one of the consumer protection agencies, FTC, something like that. But I mean, I just find it amusing that they got caught. They lied 2 weeks ago. They got caught a week later. I mean, if you get caught in the lie that quick, maybe you need to stop lying.
Yeah. So basically, it's just proves a point that we've been saying off air and stuff is this Sony isn't all about the gamers and all about the consumers. They've lied many times. They've deceived, whether it be CGI trailers back in the PlayStation era with like Final Fantasy, like showing only CGI trailers or CGI footage of in-game instead of in-game footage and stuff like that. They're just very deceitful when it comes to their advertising for stuff, and the fact that they showed the Vita being able to do all these amazing things, like you pause a game on your PS3 and it instantly is on your Vita and you can just walk away and play the game. Like, it didn't, none of the games did that. It didn't work like that, and the fact that it took this long for someone to call them out on it, obviously they lied, because now they have to pay everyone out at least $50 if they bought the system before June 2012. So obviously they lied and they got caught, and now they're paying the price and they're paying people back. So if you bought a Vita back then, I mean, good news for you. You're eligible for up to like $50 back. So I mean, yeah,
I don't know how I feel about just getting $50 back for being lied to for paying for something.
I mean, that's not even going to cover the biggest memory card they have for that damn.
I mean, yeah, it's like you're paying me back $50. The game itself, the system. How much did it cost back then, or whatever?
$2.99, I think.
Okay, and then I had to buy that frumpy little game, whatever the heck card, to save all your information on.
Oh, God.
Like, what was that all about? I don't know. It's just a whole convoluted mess, and quite frankly, I'm so over Sony. Sony's just They're doing too much. And then they're saying here on this article that's dealing with that, they're saying that they had employees from Sony go on Twitter and, basically talk, good things about the Vita back then during the campaign. Are you serious? These people are getting on Twitter, employees of Sony getting on Twitter trying to promote something, that doesn't have the capabilities it was claiming it has. Like, people need to wake up. This isn't about just one particular, this isn't about this console war crap that's going on. This is about companies blatantly lying to us as consumers about their product, and nobody seems to be flipping out about it. I'm sorry, no. We need to be throwing some Little Mac haymakers at these people, seriously.
Yeah,
What is
yeah.
going on?
I mean, me personally, it's kind of like what I've been saying. Sony is sneaky. Sneaky is. I mean, Microsoft, when they pulled that whole TV sports thing with the Xbox One, that was bad. That was bad, but I mean, they were out in the open with it. I mean, really, they were kind of brazen. Actually, they're like, hey, we want to turn gaming to a service, which is bad enough, but at least they were out in the open with it. Sony's like, okay, we're going to sneak around the back door and steal your stuff out from out the back while we got someone in the front distracting you, talking to you. That's basically what they're doing. It's terrible.
All this lying and cheating and stealing to just get a couple of bucks out of our pockets can stop. Learn a lesson from Nintendo. They didn't have to sneak and be sneaky like that. Now, I'm not saying they're exempt from doing certain things that we don't know about, but at the very least, they're upfront with most of what they do. And I don't understand why these other companies can't just be that way. I mean, we're gamers. We're gonna go get the games. If the games are good, if the system is good, we're gonna go get them.
Yeah.
But you lying to us and stuff like this, no. I'm sorry.
I mean,
at least smart people won't jump on that bandwagon. At least.
Well,
I don't know. Well.
Oh yeah. That's weird. Can you guys hear me now?
Yeah, we
yes,
can.
we can hear you now.
Oh, okay, cool. The thing got loose. Sorry.
Hello.
Hey, what's up, people? Sorry I'm late. I'm having issues. I pay way too much money to deal with the crap that I'm dealing with. I'll leave it at that.
What am I paying for? What am I paying for?
You're just
I'm paying more than a
for
mortgage
paperweight.
right now.
Oh,
Seriously.
God.
Oh yeah.
Oh, Jesus.
And I will leave that alone. That's an offline conversation.
Right.
Yeah.
But I will give Sony props. I bought a cheap Sony headphones to use with my 3DS, and it sounds beautimous.
Yeah, but I mean, that's not really Sony's. That's not really Sony. That's Nintendo not making everything proprietary.
Well, the Nintendo headphones suck because I bought a Nintendo packet, a beginner set for my 3DS, and
those
the headphones, they're garbage.
Yeah, because the thing is that Nintendo goes cheap. They go cheap with a lot of their stuff. If not cheap, standardized, so to keep their costs down. And then when you get it, it's like, wow. Because I got the Wii U headphones, and they hurt your ears after about an hour.
Yeah,
I'm
it seems
sorry.
to
I
only
don't
be the sound
though.
Well, just look at
the
the
sound stuff. Sorry, go ahead.
Look what Sony included with the PS4 though. That little chintzy little one-sided earbud thing. That's just absolute. Like a $2.
It's, I don't know, some call girl type crap. Hi, how can I help you?
Yeah.
Really?
But they do make them. I'm using Sony earbuds with my microphone, and they do make decent quality
Maybe
audio
they need
stuff.
to just do audio stuff and get out of the. I don't know. I'm just being silly.
But that doesn't make up for all the other BS.
Sony makes great products. They just tend to charge way too much for it. That's
right. And that's what's biting them in the butt right now with a lot of their products on the market. It's just way too high, and people are like, screw that. We have other things that we like as far as the brand. Like me, I'm a Samsung girl. Like, I love Samsung right now. And yeah, Sony, it used to be Sony. Like, Sony was my go-to, for all things electronic. And now it's just like, they've been lying too much. And I be listening, and they lie too much. And I'm sorry. I'm not going to purchase something from you if you got to lie about it. So you can keep all your crap, Sony. I don't want it.
Well, I mean, it's not just that. Like, what Sony, I mean, right now, I mean, look at the PS4. Greatness awaits. They're like, the games are coming. Where are these games?
I mean, there's supposed to be a nice lineup next year. I'll play Devil's Advocate. Supposedly, there's a nice little lineup, but Oh wait, hold up. They're multi-plats. Never mind. Do they
Exactly.
have any? Do they have any first party things? To be honest, do they have anything first party? Is there
No.
anything
No.
Uncharted's supposed to be, but with all the
aside
Well,
from
problems.
that's gonna
Uncharted?
get pushed
Yeah,
back. That's gonna
Uncharted
get
is
pushed
their
back.
only first party.
Infamous. There you go.
No, I don't want to hear that. I'm serious.
Infamous was.
Well, you said first party. You didn't say if it was good or not.
Yeah,
I'm
but
just
do you
letting
see
you know.
what you see what I'm doing? But you
Like,
see what I'm
okay.
doing? I don't care. So what do they have next? That's first
Well,
party that I want to play.
Well, no, let's just look at this here. Let's just look at this here. Okay, they have the awesome knack. They have the.
I'm talking about next year, not
Facetious
every
much?
machine.
No, they've
Facetious
got
much,
Infamous,
dude, really?
which was they have. Well, I'm using sarcasm and irony. They
Oh,
had
I know that.
Infamous.
There's no need. We
Really?
understand. Other
They had
people may not.
Infamous that was just, oh my god. If you were a
Final
fan of
Fantasy 14. There you go.
Final Fantasy
that's not
14.
that's not
Yeah,
exclusive.
that's not
That's
first
coming to
party.
Xbox One too.
Well, yeah,
I mean,
that's true.
I'm
That is
serious.
second-
First party
third
stuff. What do they have that's first party? Because the multi-plat stuff I can get on my Xbox One. If they have first party stuff that I can't get on an Xbox One, or it isn't gonna be showing up on no PCs or nothing,
I ain't gonna lie
then
to
I
you.
would like to get that.
Coupon straight up. I've been a Sony fan for a hot minute since PlayStation first came out. I think I'm gonna pick up an Xbox One before I pick up a PS4. Real talk.
I don't blame you.
Only reason I'm leaning towards PS4 is I have more friends on the
Uh-huh.
PS4 outside of the
Mhm.
gamers at large.
And that's nothing wrong with that.
But that's about it. It's anything really worth playing is either on the Xbox One or more likely on the Wii U.
And that's a bad sign to me. I mean, I know there's people playing games on their PS4, and that's fine and dandy, but are they really opening their eyes and seeing what Sony is providing them in the next year? Like, that isn't multi-plat? That is an alarm to me. It's red flags. It's like, you guys aren't bringing nothing out of your first... You don't have any first-party stuff coming out. What's going on over there? Are you
See,
really going out of
Hold
business?
on.
Because
You
I'm
have to
hearing they're
understand-
going that they filed for bankruptcy already.
Listen, the standards have been lowered a lot. It has been. And that's what you have to realize. It's a sad fact. And I thought it was just the newer generation, but after listening to Shadow's last podcast, that dude, and I'll leave
Oh
it at that.
god. Oh god. Once this is
My
over, we'll
brain-
talk
I think
about
my
that.
yeah, really get alone. My brain
My
cells almost
generation?
melted.
I'm part of the older generation.
Yeah, she's older. Dude.
I'm 1980, honey.
No. I never said you.
Oh,
I'm just
I
saying
thought
in
you said my
general.
generation. I was like, my generation? What happened?
No.
No,
I was
it's
just.
cool. It's cool.
I apologize. I
think
didn't
that's a
you're
say
good,
compliment.
you're
what I
I
was
thought you
trying
were
to
only
say.
18.
You thought it is compliment. I'm like, but I can't take that. I have to
Although-
let everybody know.
Although you
No,
do
okay.
have a baby face, I didn't think you were fully from my generation. I thought you
Oh,
was
no,
like
I
in the
am.
late 20s at best.
Oh no, I'm back in the 80s. I got that young face.
No,
I
Me
age
too.
well.
You wouldn't. You know damn well. You
Yup.
nobody would believe my age. Same
Yeah.
thing with Terminator. Terminator don't look his age either. He's a little
None
bit
of
older
us
than
do,
me.
because we all age well. Because we
That's
play our
because
See?
video
Nintendo
games,
keeps us
and we
young.
play our
Okay,
video
people-
games, and we enjoy them rather than arguing over
I
stuff
was
that
not
gives
gonna
us gray
say. I
hairs.
was like, people listen.
Yeah.
Video
But
games are
anyway.
good for your health. It's good for
Nintendo
your
keep-
Nintendo keeps you young, not just video games.
Look at Sakurai. Shit. It's like, how old are you? I'm 40 something. Damn.
So if you want to live longer, play Nintendo.
Yeah, you'll look young for a long time.
Or you could just calm it down by stop arguing over the trivial stuff and actually just
Yeah.
play your games.
That is true. Stress
Don't
age
bust
you
the
fast.
bubble.
I'm not gonna give credit to Nintendo completely. Sorry, I'm not gonna fangirl like that. But I'm just
No,
gonna say,
you're right.
you know. Oh, we
No,
got somebody
I'll-
else.
I'll give it to them. I'll give them the
Alright.
credit. But now it's time to move on to the next BS, the ham, because we need to have some ham.
What
And
was
the
the ham
ham
again?
here. Well, the ham begins with that Ubisoft.
That's I skip on the ham every year. That's ironic.
The reason I'm talking about the ham is just because I found it ironic that, when Assassin's Creed Unity came out, everyone was like, my god, this game's gonna be the next gen experience. If this is the next gen experience, a game so buggy and glitchy that they're canceling the season pass and giving people a free game, and company stocks are tumbling 10%.
You know something funny?
Can I interject for
Oh,
one quick second. The whole term next gen is just like it's like a little spicy word that people are using. You guys even know what generation is? Like
They don't
this
know what it
next
means.
gen, they don't know
They
what it
don't.
means. Quite frankly, get a freaking dictionary, open it up, read what it says in generation. It has a lot of different definitions, and find the one where it's talking about items and things that you would put on the market. Read that. Pay attention to that. It's just telling you what it is. It's the next set of items that are put on a market or being used from a previous generation of items and equipment. Doesn't mean the power, doesn't mean anything else. It's just the next
No,
generation
well,
of that, the next
Thank you
evolution.
so much for pointing
Leave
Exactly.
it the
out my
hell
pet
alone.
peeve.
see, that's
There
the
is
I'm
no
so
next
sick of
gen
this
right now.
next gen
Everything is
crap.
current gen right now.
well, that's the
Yeah,
denotative meaning. But these
because when it
people are
comes to
using their own made-up connotative
yeah,
meaning, where it's like, I mean, it's basically when I hear a gamer or a
Overcompensation much?
oh, the Wii U isn't next gen. No, it
yeah,
is. You're right. It's not next gen. It's current fucking gen. We're in the current gen. Shut up.
it was look,
That's
the
what
Wii
Come
I've
U
been
on,
was
what's your
saying,
fucking language? What the hell?
Sorry.
well, no, the Wii U was the
That's what I've
next
been saying.
gen. The Wii U was the next gen console for the Wii. The Wii was the next gen console for the GameCube. The GameCube was the next gen console for the N64. I mean, they're constantly building on something else. But the thing that gets me is that when I hear a gamer or a video, quote unquote,
Journalist.
video game journalist say that this is a next gen game. I'm like, this next gen is like the new blast processing. You ever remember that one?
Yeah.
It's got blast processing. What does that mean?
Sega does what Nintendo don't.
Yeah.
Oh god, that's a good comparison because
Yeah.
as soon as next gen started meaning visuals, then that's when all this like turned to shit. That's when
Yeah,
this whole
everything got
community turned to
crazy.
shit.
Oh, he
These
can cuss, but I
graphics are
can't.
next gen.
Okay.
That was the beginning. Once people started using next gen to mean visuals and graphics, that's
Yeah.
Well, I gotta
that's
tell
when
you
I
something.
felt like I was the old school, and these
That's
people
when I
were.
knew. Yeah, I was like
I was
old
the
school
crotchety
gamer.
old
I'm like,
man, and they were all the kids.
Well,
yeah.
let's be frank then. Then Assassin's Creed Unity is next gen because I have never played a game where the dude's face turns into the moon from Majora's Mask. That is totally next gen right there.
That is trippy. Like Chewbacca kept showing up in
Falling through
those
the
videos. Straight up.
floor, jumping off a building, people swimming around in midair. No, wait, no, I
People
played that
driving
next gen
their
game.
invisible cars.
Yeah, I played that next gen game Skyrim. That did that too. That was totally next gen. Um,
Should we got a new person that I don't
yes, we do,
recognize.
and I just want to finish. Kevin Triforce, introduce
Yeah,
yourself,
what's
Kevin.
up? I was a little bit late, but yeah, because I was busy. I'm gonna be going to see that new Hunger Games movie in like an
It's so
hour.
good.
Hunger Games.
I won't say
I'm
more.
sorry. Every time I
I mean, I already know what
see
happens
that,
because I've read the book, so.
Good.
I mean,
every time I see that commercial for that movie, I just think, man, it would be great if this was actually about food.
that's a pretty good.
Anyway,
Um,
so yeah, I find it kind of amusing that they have this.
Ow.
Yeah,
Okay.
does anybody
Yeah,
here played? Has anybody here played Unity?
Not yet.
No, I refuse to play things that are not completed on my game consoles.
I've played it. I played it at a GameStop, and it is a buggy piece of garbage. It is. It is.
And
Yeah,
it's,
and they all have British accents too.
Yeah,
Still-
like I was
still
playing. Yeah, speaking about that, here's something funny. I was playing Dragon Age Inquisition, and the Orlesians, which in Dragon Age are kind of like France, have a better French accent than the people in a game made by French people.
Well, that's the thing. They said that they didn't want to use French voices because it would take away from the aesthetics. Just like 30 frames per second is more cinematic. Dude, Ubisoft,
Yeah,
get a freaking
yeah,
clue.
No.
Stop.
It's like, look, okay, I have nothing against 30 frames per second. A lot of my favorite games are 30 frames per second, but these are Nintendo games coming from really good developers, not the 800-man team that still puts out a glitchy piece of garbage like Assassin's Creed Unity. So I don't know. I don't know what you guys are trying to say here.
And I'm just going to throw this out there. The game probably would have been pretty freaking good if it didn't have all these glitches, but because it does,
Yeah.
nobody will ever know. And because of that, I hope this woke up some people, especially the Assassin's Creed fans, to be like, look, we're going to have to hold off on getting this next Assassin's Creed that I'm pretty sure is on time to come out next
Yep,
year because,
it's coming out next year.
Oh yeah, did you hear that? Ubisoft said what's their racing game they're doing now? I forgot
The
what it's
Crew.
called.
Oh, the crew,
Yeah,
yeah.
they said that the embargo for the reviews is going to be after the game comes out again. They said
Because
because of
it's
the
going to be
online.
glitchy too. Yep.
Yeah, I was about to say it's going to be broken.
It's gonna
gonna be
Yeah,
broken.
it's gonna be broken.
Well,
There's
they-
no way
broken.
a game that's always online can be good. Yeah, I'm sorry. Because just by the nature of it, if you need the more stuff that you need in order to make something run, the more complicated it is, the easier it has, the higher chance it has of messing up. Something simple, low chance, because it's simple. You know.
And I just want to throw this out there that we are on a slippery slope back to DRM, just so y'all know.
Yeah, that's.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
No, it's here.
They're
It's here.
implementing that
It-
stuff
it's
bit by
coming back,
bit.
yeah.
And I'm telling you, it's coming back full force. Probably next year to the end of next year, and people are going to be blindsided by it because they're not paying attention. Always online video games, pay attention.
Yeah.
And plus,
it's already here. Mandatory installs.
It's in there.
Why should I have to do a a 50 gigabyte download for a game?
That's all right.
Yeah,
I'm going to run back to Nintendo when they decide to turn that on. I'm good.
Why?
yeah.
I will throw away my Xbox One and go about my business if that's what y'all
Yeah,
want.
because that's the thing. Once they get enough people, enough of the dumber consumers to be okay with DRM, Microsoft didn't totally remove the DRM. So all
No, they
they
just
can
turned
do,
it off. It's a button.
yeah, they
Click
just got to
the
turn it
button.
back on, which I think they're
So-
gonna do. I think once they have their install base, I could see them turning it back on.
Yep.
Like Major
and-
Nelson said, it's not something we just turn off with a switch.
And they
Actually, it is.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that was funny. I
Major
saw
Nelson.
that.
Yeah.
We can't just turn it off. Do you work on it? Do you work? We can't just turn it off. I laughed.
Yeah, when
That
he
was-
said that, I was like, dude, you're showing out the claws, Major Nelson. You're dead wrong, but sure, why not?
Well, since we're talking about Microsoft, I wanted to point out a couple things with Assassin's Creed. First of all, all of a sudden Xbox One gets an Assassin's Creed bundle. Immediately around that time came the whole parody, the PS4 is going to run the
Yeah,
same
this was the
as the Xbox One. It's like, that came out almost at the same time. They announced the bundle, and that parody stuff came out around the same time.
And they've been advertising it with the Xbox more too.
So
as
I
well,
think
more,
Microsoft might have thrown them some money. They couldn't get Destiny, they couldn't get Watch Dogs, so they put money in Assassin's Creed. They got the bundle, and all of a sudden the PS4 version runs the same as the Xbox One version. That's too much of a coincidence.
Yeah, and
This
even a
is-
little bit worse in some points, but
Yeah.
which doesn't help.
Also, I don't know if you guys saw the Black Friday deal for the Xbox One with Assassin's Creed 4 and Unity for $329. So that's really cheap with two games, but I don't think anybody really wants those games, especially
Yeah.
I got a
Unity.
question for you. This is how I know Microsoft's money hatting is out of control. They're like a junkie that just can't stop turning tricks for more money to buy more drugs. It's like Assassin's Creed Unity is a buggy, glitchy-filled game. It's not a game you would money hat. And yet they money hatted it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, Microsoft, you got to stop doing this to yourself. You're in the back alley doing some terrible things to make money for your face. Please stop.
Oh, please stop with your analogies. Please stop.
You gotta be a dude, for real.
Just stop.
Well, the interesting thing,
And I
I
think
need
the
some games on my system.
and I think the Master Chief Collection's still broken from what I hear.
Yeah, it is.
They said that they
Some places.
Zen said that it's working now. He got online and they said they're fixed it. So he said it's running smoothly and everything's
Yeah, I
good
think
now.
it's
So
better. Yeah, I think
They
it's better,
fixed it,
but I'm not
so-
for now.
Yeah.
It's fixed for
I mean,
now.
at least it's moving. You can get on some games. I don't know about how good it's
Yeah,
running,
right.
but I know it's working.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
yay.
Yeah, but
Imagine if Smash Brothers didn't work for 2 weeks, how much shit we would be taking as Nintendo fans.
Oh,
from
God.
No, because
Nintendo-
there's online stuttering right now. We're
Ah,
already getting flack now from the online stuttering. Well, online is kind of stuttery, and that's your connection. Shut up. Moving on to the
Yeah,
next topic.
I've only
Yes,
had one.
yes.
for real, if you have a good connection, there's no real issues. So
Right.
Yeah.
How's that different from Call of Duty? I played Call of Duty where it was like
Yeah, you
one
get
frame a
lagginess.
second. And you'd get killed and you'd watch the kill cam and they weren't even shooting you. It's like, that's been going on for 10 years.
Yeah, but
Yes.
when Nintendo does it, it's a big what to do. So hey, that's why
It's
I just
just-
ignore that stuff.
Yeah, I mean, I played probably 100+ matches of Smash Online. Only one of them has been laggy.
Yeah.
The 99% of them have been absolutely flawless.
Yeah, but I've been hearing.
I'm delinquent. I ain't gonna even touch Smash right now. Sorry.
He said I'm delinquent.
But interesting thing, I made a
You're
video
not a
yesterday, pointed out the fact that Assassin's Creed and Far Cry, a lot of those games didn't really sell that well in the U.S. in their first week, but in Europe they just went gangbusters on all those games. It's like I think some of the U.S. audience, maybe they're starting to figure it out, maybe they're kind of getting fed up. Just looking at the sales numbers, that seems to be the case. They just Assassin's Creed did well in Europe and stuff, but over here it was like way down from last year and stuff. So
Yeah, that doesn't completely surprise me since in Europe stuff like EA, like FIFA, which I know why it's popular. That stuff's topping the list most of the time, so it doesn't completely.
Watch Dogs was in their top 3 for like 2 months.
Oh God! Oh. Don't even say that. I get a little sick to my stomach when I hear Watch Dogs. And
that's another Ubisoft BS. Like they didn't promote the Wii U version, and Digital
and now they're
Foundry
going to say,
said,
well, it bombed, and that's why we're not going to bring mature titles to the system.
This is how I feel about that Watch Dogs whole thing with the Wii U is I think they put it out there stealthily on purpose and put it on the week close to Smash Brothers on purpose simply so it could tank, so they could basically show and make a statement saying, hey, this is why we don't make games as far as mature content for Wii U owners. But
they want an excuse.
So perfectly fine. So what is your excuse? Stop.
You want to know something funny? I never got that dance. What's that dancing game they make?
Just Dance.
Just Dance.
I almost got it first. I never bought Just Dance, but I almost picked it up. But then I heard that statement, and I was like, you know what? F y'all.
Okay, here's the thing. I did pick it up, but I picked it up for my 360, and Just Dance 2015 sucks so hard. It's you got game the songs.
You sure it's not the music? Because the music has gotten pretty shitty over the last couple of years. So I'm just saying.
I mean, aside from the music, but they had some songs that I did like, but some of the songs that were behind paywalls, there were some songs I liked, and they were locked behind paywalls now. Normally, you just play the game. You get some coins in game, and you can purchase them in the store. Now you got to actually shell out real money for them. Now, I mean, the choreograph is horrible. They're what do you call it? Recycling stuff from the last game. Like, there's last game they had all kinds of awesome stuff, and they're recycling it in this game.
So wait, you gotta pay to unlock music.
To unlock some music, yeah.
Oh, you know what? I try not to curse too much. All I still do.
I was trying. I try not to, but sometimes it gets out.
The hell with that. Wow. Well, you know what? If Ubisoft is going to put stuff, I mean, because Just Dance, I mean, it's a budget title. It does not cost a lot to make that game. Like, really, that game at the most should be $30 or $40. They're selling it when it comes out $60. I'm like, why?
Ubisoft saying the Wii U has too much water.
Pretty much. Not enough water. No, it doesn't have enough water in this.
Yeah, it doesn't have enough.
Well, just to counter what they had said about how Just Dance sells so well, I'm looking at the numbers. Just Dance 2014 sold like 320,000 copies.
Yes, that sounds.
But Just Dance 2015, 50,000 so far, and that's by far the most out of any platform. But I'm saying Bayonetta 2 is at 360,000, so that doesn't really, and that we know by next year if that game gets a price drop, it'll probably be at 500,000 by the summer or something. And it's just like, is it because of what they said that maybe people are like, well, I ain't buying Just Dance anymore now? Like, they just keep putting their foot in their mouth. Why would they
just be frank here?
Because I honestly was thinking about getting the game. I was thinking about getting the game because I was like, you know what? It's been a long time since I just let loose, had fun, and danced. So I was like, you know what? I want to play a dancing game because I haven't played a dancing game since like 2002 when I was in Japan. So I was like, all right, let me get Just Dance. But then
the land of good dancing games.
Yeah, but then they made that, and I was like, yeah, silence is golden, my friend. But anyways, when they said that, I was like, you know what? Screw it. I'm gonna wait till I can buy the game for like $10 in the damn used market.
Well, wouldn't it be better with like the Connect? Like, wouldn't that?
Yeah, it's better with the Connect, but at the same time,
getting the Xbox One version, because that what's that game with Usher in it? Dance Central actually looks pretty good.
Yeah, that does look good.
I kind of want to
actually pick that up.
Like
But I don't want to get a Kinect for the Xbox One right now.
I think like with the Wii remotes, it just seems like that's too inaccurate to actually.
Yeah, I
It is
honestly think the
effective.
Kinect is better for dancing. Real
Yeah.
talk.
Yeah.
Because it's a camera and it sees the whole
And
thing.
that's where Microsoft is losing money. They could
The
totally
fire
rake
with
in
it.
on those dancers out there if they use the Kinects on dance games and things, motion games like that.
Martial arts type
But
games,
the thing is
dancing
that
games.
Yeah.
dancing games and motion games are
And just
geared
no
more
more fire
towards
with and stuff.
are geared more towards the casual audience. And the problem is that Microsoft lost that casual audience with all that DRM, TV,
They're so
sports,
stupid
TV,
because
TV,
you know what?
sports.
All real talk, as much as we hate to admit it as real gamers, there's more casual people
Oh,
that
yeah.
buy games than
Oh,
us
yeah.
real core gamers.
Yeah,
Yep.
So you might
definitely.
want to cater to the casual gamers more.
You know,
if you want
you're
to make
right.
money.
I agree with you, but I mean, here's the thing: casual gamers are nice. They're fun, but they're flighty. They're not steady. It's kind of like if you own a business and you've got customers that come in regularly. Those are your bread and butter customers. Your hardcore gamer is your regular customer. They come in, they're going to always be there. Your casuals, they might come there once a year. I mean, who are you going to depend on? The dude who comes in once a year and maybe spends $300, or the dude who's there every week spending $100,
Or
52
$5
weeks a
week,
year.
go.
Yeah.
But you said
You're
hardcore.
speaking the same way Nintendo speaks. They're kind of like screw the casual gamers right now. Outside of like maybe, Silence is Golden.
That's just how it is. I know people get mad. They're like, well, they're casual. Because look, I had a Wii, and I thought when I first saw the Wii, I'm like, this is very casual.
I actually didn't like the Wii. I'm just saying.
At first,
There's a
I
lot
did
of
not
great
like the Wii.
games, but I didn't like the
honestly
Wii.
did not like the Wii when it first came. I was like, what is this crap, Nintendo? Y'all need to fix it. And
I bought it.
eventually, I did buy it, and I bought it for cheaper, and I tried out some games, and they had a lot of awesome games on that system. And I was like, wow, this is a nice game system. Why aren't other people buying it? Then it suddenly kicked off. Then that's when they had that little kickoff where everybody was buying it, and I was like,
Yeah. I mean, 'cause
I bought
the
it for
thing is
Zelda.
that-
I mean, that's it. Like,
Yeah,
I
Let's
don't care
say
about
Twilight
emotion.
Princess. That was it right
Twilight
there. for me.
Princess was the game I got Twilight Princess, and it came with Wii Sports. And when it came with Wii Sports really showed how motion control does not have to be as precise. It's simple. I mean, that's the thing about Nintendo. They try to go for simplicity over other stuff, but I mean, we've delved too much. We want to get people out of here by 7 because they want a lot of people are going to movies and other things. I'm glad Terminator Juice, with his precognition, managed to segue it over to Microsoft. And Xbox Japan president, I forget his name, has, for lack of a better word, he has been kicked down from the head of Xbox Japan because it's been selling gangbusters in Japan.
He's done a great job. Why would they kick him out? That makes no
Yeah,
sense.
this thing
it's
sells
insane.
like 5 copies or 5 units a week.
They sold 777 units last week.
and they kicked him down because he's selling well. He's selling well. What? I don't get it.
But dude, wait, hold on, guys. You guys are being too mean. 770 units times 500 goes a long way. I'm just saying.
Yeah, well, first of all, the Japanese market, is veering away from big, beady kind of. They're veering away from those types of consoles, and it did not help the fact that the system launched with games that just no one like. I don't know, man. I don't know what was with those launch games for that system.
What did they launch with?
That's a good question. What
like all
did they
their
launch with?
It was like Rise and Dead
The
Rising,
same stuff they had
Forza.
here.
Nothing Japanese people are interested in. Are they still?
Japanese love music. They love random games. They love JRPGs. What the hell are they
That's
thinking?
why I'm
No,
so
here's the
surprised
thing,
Platinum's
okay.
working with them.
Yeah, here's the
Nobody
thing.
did
Okay.
Puzzles, platforms, cute
Here-
They
random
didn't do any
stuff.
research.
No, here's the thing. If you grew up playing Japanese style systems, which, if you fall in that 1983, 1984, 1985 category when you were really into gaming, like a little kid.
In
getting
other words,
into it,
everybody in this podcast, keep going.
yeah, most of us, we start out playing on Japanese style consoles, so we're trained to like Japanese style like games. And I mean, when the Xbox said their launch lineup, I'm like, I don't like
Quality
any
games. Sorry.
Here's the thing.
I don't like any of them.
I was stationed in Japan for over 3 years, and going to their gaming, where they have their games and stuff at, you will see simulating games such as dating simulators. You will see a few minor little games that are close to first-person shooters, but not really. It's like first-person, those other first-person type games.
Honestly,
Then you'll see a lot of their games dealing with it's like music and like cute things and stuff like that.
Exactly, because I'm in the same.
Nothing
Japan.
around the first-person shooters and gritty, dirty, and
Well, they don't care
zombies and stuff.
Yeah,
They
they
don't care about that crap. Nobody
like
agrees.
Yep.
I'm sorry.
Dating
Japan
sims,
is not the
music,
land of dude bro.
And
RPGs.
Yep.
And they
Dating
like
sims, music, and
RPGs.
RPGs.
Yeah,
They
that's
don't care about
RPGs.
Personal
that.
puzzle games.
Yeah.
Cute, dating simulator games and stuff like
And
that.
anime stuff.
And fighting games.
Yeah.
They like the little fighting
Oh
games.
yes. Oh my
Oh,
god.
yeah.
I'm gonna
Yeah,
lie.
And arcade style
I
fighting.
missed
That's everywhere.
arcade. I missed
Oh,
arcade.
yeah,
Man.
those are everywhere.
It says they've launched with 29 titles, only 7 being from Japanese developers.
Yeah.
And it was like Crimson Dragon, Dead Rising 3, Forza 5, Loco Cycle, Halo, Spartan Assault, Killer Instinct, Connect Sports Rivals, Max the Curse of Brotherhood, Power Star Golf, Rise, Zoo Tycoon, then Wolfenstein, Strider, Oni
Look,
Girl.
you don't have to go through the
Ooh,
list.
Strider, I
You know
forgot
how
about that.
bad-
Thank you for reminding me.
I just gave you
Nothing.
I just gave you the Microsoft. That's the
Yeah.
Microsoft.
Yeah,
Nothing that any Japanese gamer would want to play.
Yeah, that's essentially what it was.
Like
Yeah.
that
But-
that lineup is for like the curious Japanese gamer. Like,
But
I wonder
I
what
was-
the Americans play. But
I was interested. Square Enix actually publishes Call of Duty over there. They published Ghost over there.
what?
Yeah, and
Are you
that's doing
serious?
so
Yeah.
well.
Where is the American? Isn't there some American naval or army bases or something in Japan or not?
Yeah,
no.
there are.
So
There's multiple
there's that
bases on
many people.
Okinawa and Osaka and Kyoto.
So they'll be playing Call of Duty, but that's about
Yeah.
it.
Well,
Actually,
they'll be
Billy,
buying,
believe it or not-
those people will be buying actually American type of PlayStations and Xboxes there on the commissaries. They wouldn't be
that's
buying
true.
the Japanese
Yeah, I was
ones.
gonna
Yeah.
So-
keep on, as you said.
That's right.
And something ironic, from my personal experience, a lot of us military guys, when we were overseas, if we
Yeah.
died by shooters, it was mostly Halo. Otherwise, we didn't give a damn. We really
Yeah.
didn't.
Right.
For the most
Yeah.
part, yep, you're right.
Because I mean, you're in a profession where you're trained to do that stuff in real life. So people saying, they want to see violence on video games,
No,
real
sci-fi.
violence on video games,
Sci-fi
like
works.
someone of a certain
Violence. We want
Yeah, if you're
different
playing
shit.
Call of Duty and stuff, and you're living Call of Duty, and you want to
You're
go home and play.
crazy.
No,
Yeah, exactly.
no,
exactly.
I'm good. Thank
That's
you.
why Halo is preferred, because
And
at
that's
least
why
that's
they-
It's
fantasy.
fiction. It's
Exactly.
fiction. It's
We don't
sci-fi.
want real shit. We do
No.
real shit.
Yeah.
Exactly. And that's the thing that kind of gets me with a lot of the people that are like, man, I love to play. It's so realistic. Really?
No, it's not.
Is it?
You don't know the first thing about
No,
being
it's
in
not.
the front lines.
Really?
Shut up.
I'm pretty
that
sure
auto
if
lock and all that other crap. Get
Yeah.
the hell out of here with
I'm
that
pretty
nonsense.
sure if one dude ran from out of cover from where the rest of his squad is and was guns ablazing, his ass is dead. I'm sorry.
Let alone you need to be listening to your commander any freaking way. You ain't doing nothing without a command first. So
What
yeah,
happened to Johnson?
Exactly.
Johnson's dead. Johnson ran out, guns ablazing, and they shot him. He's dead.
They shot him and
no
lobbed off his arm, and he comes back. You're getting
No.
out of the military.
No.
Dishonorable
He
discharge.
squats
You
down in
cannot
the
listen to
corner for a
your
couple minutes first.
Yeah,
and then he
he's got to
regenerates.
heal up. He's got
And
to heal up. He
and
puts a
campers, I'm
bandage.
sorry, you're gonna
And he
you're
puts
gonna
his
die.
gun stat, and he's fine.
Yeah, and you want to camp in real life? Guess what? Grenade.
Yeah, you're wearing like
Suicide
200
bomber.
pounds of equipment, but you're sprinting like an Olympic class
You
sprinter.
get a grenade or a suicide bomber if you want to camp. Go ahead and do
Well,
that.
actually, I can run pretty fast with about 65 pounds of equipment.
Mhm.
Or carrying
But
a
then I'll have
tire.
But then I'll have to sit down for a little bit before I run again.
Yeah, so these people running around on these freaking games and stuff, they don't have stamina added to the gameplay. Put that in the gameplay and see how that works out.
Yeah,
You
that
start slowing down and you're tired and stuff. Oh, you're gonna get shot a lot more, honey.
Look, that's why I like Borderlands, because it
They're
had
just not in shape. I'm like, dude, I can run
a little
12
bit more
miles without
sense.
stopping. I'm in shape.
Can
But
I say something real quick?
Yep,
go
go
ahead,
ahead.
dude.
We're talking about Call of Duty, and we kind of got off topic, but I've been buying Call of Duty the last couple of years for $40 on sale on Black Friday. There's no Wii U version, so I was gonna get it on my PC, and they didn't have it. So I actually picked up Titanfall for $5 on my PC
Wow.
yesterday, the
Is
full
it
game.
good?
And after playing it, I can say if you like Call, it's actually a breath of fresh air for me, and I'm really enjoying it. And I only paid $5 free online.
$5 well spent.
Cool.
Nice.
No crap, and like it's really fast paced, and I just like the more science fiction approach without the Halo shielding and stuff. And
Yeah.
I gotta say,
That's
I mean,
one. That's one thing I've never gotten. Why do you play video games to play realistic games? I'm sorry. I never got that
There's a
concept.
thin line between realism and fantasy. The people really feel like, I think people are really toting that line really close, because it's like you already screaming and hollering online, calling people this and that, and being as violent as you are online. What's this? And then you're swatting people too. So you're like, you basically want to do that. Like, when do we draw the line from realism and fantasy?
Okay,
Gaming should be about fantasy. What
permission to
happens?
piss a bunch of people off
Go
that's
ahead.
listening to this podcast.
No, go ahead.
All right. If you are playing video games to experience real combat action, um, I'm gonna leave it at that.
you're a loser.
Sure, that's a
it's
nicer
something
version of what I want to
loser.
say.
It's
You're
something
worse than a
completely
loser, I tell
different.
you
No,
that much.
it's not even that. It's something completely different when you experience people getting shot in the face, getting, murdered, raped, pillaged, all that stuff in real life, as opposed to you doing it on a video game. There is
Yeah.
a big difference, and the fact that you want to get as close to realism as possible, you are not. I'm sorry, I don't have respect for you. Do not get it twisted. That
Oh
crap
my
is
God,
not the
Coupon!
same.
I know there's a
It
reason
just
I
isn't.
liked you a lot. Much respect.
I'm just saying that stuff is no joke. You will not know how to handle real life situations.
Yeah,
Take
go
it from
watch
someone who's been there. So watch some of these, like this
Real
stuff.
Death.
Like, watching stuff on TV and playing it on a game and reading about it in a book is nothing compared to it being in your face. It
I'm gonna
will
tell you
bring
right
you to
now.
your knees.
I'm gonna tell you right now, when you have a good friend and you see a rod that's over 8 feet long pulled out of his shoulders, that changes your life. Real
Yep.
talk. I've seen some shit right now that I probably will never forget 30 years from now.
Well, like you were talking about movies and stuff, back in the 80s, there was this big craze with the real death, like VHS, where they showed actual deaths caught on tape. And to watch that versus, like, there was one with a lawyer, he's got caught, and he just walked into the courtroom and, like, put the gun in his mouth and pulled the trigger.
Oh, wow.
And to see the amount of blood running out of his nose and mouth, just gushing out, and then every movie I've seen since then for the last 25 years has just a little bit of blood come out, and the guy.
Let me give you a taste of reality. No offense, Terminator. When you have to pick up pieces of your friend and load them up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm taking baby steps. For the people that think movies and video games, take the next step and actually see what somebody looks like that dies, like when it's caught on film. And
That's
then
terrible.
And that's not even close to real life, but it is. It will open your eyes, and I've never been the same since I've seen that.
Something for civilians to see. Like, civilians, I'm sorry, you guys, civilians can't handle what military can handle, and it takes a really strong person to be able to.
And it's not even ego. It's just.
It's not.
We just seen it, and it is what it is. It's not like we're saying, "Oh, we're better than you." It's just,
and let's be frank.
Definitely not.
This goes beyond the military. No one should have to see that, because that's why you got people with PTSD. You can only be in that type of stuff for so long before your brain's like, okay, man.
I don't have PTSD. Screw you, dude.
I don't have it, but I had to leave. They put me somewhere safer. So yay.
Also, like crime scene investigators and police, I mean, they gotta see that stuff too.
Yeah, they go through some of that stuff too.
My God, yeah, for real.
Yeah. So, just a heads up, guys. Don't take that wanting to get realism in your games too seriously, because it's not the same. It really
No,
isn't. So
it
just play
isn't.
your games, enjoy them for what they are, and enjoy the artwork that they're using
Enjoy the
as
fantasy,
opposed to being real
seriously.
as possible, and move on. It's a
But it's
fantasy.
fun.
You're
It's
pretending to be somebody in the military, or you're pretending to be some sci-fi military person. Cool, wonderful. Have fun with it, but don't try to emulate being an actual military person because whatever. You just
And
can't
see,
talk
that's
to
the whole
walls.
thing. It's one thing to see the visuals, but it's nothing to be in person. The
Yeah,
smells, the sounds, everything. And then the fact is, a lot of times, it's somebody you actually know.
yeah.
Dude, you guys need to just play Mario, play all these other games. You don't
Whatever you
want to
play, just
experience
enjoy.
that in real life.
Yep.
Seriously.
Well,
So you start picking
that
up pieces of a good friend, and I'll
Not
leave it
gonna
at
like
that.
it. Yeah.
dude, you're bringing me down.
Let's get back up. Let's
I'm
do
sorry,
something.
I'm just keeping it
Let's
real
play
with
some
you,
good
man.
Yeah, I know,
Alright,
man. But I'm gonna need a palate cleanser from the
But
pieces
okay.
of friend.
Okay.
Let's make it light. Let's go.
And so we're going to talk about something that brings me much joy. I thought I was going to be mad when I first heard about it, but then I saw the trailer and I was like,
Oh, I know what you're talking
I
about.
love
oh my
Mario Kart
god,
8. It's
I'm
really
totally
great.
on
Okay.
board.
What's going on?
Jurassic World.
Oh,
I haven't
Jurassic
seen it.
World.
No, it hasn't come out yet.
No, I haven't seen
Look
the
at the trailer.
trailer.
Well, the trailer is like, okay, when I heard they were making a Jurassic Park 4, basically, I was like, man, and
To be
then
honest, no.
No, I know exactly where you're coming from, but then I saw the trailer and it's being executively produced by Steven Spielberg. So
I don't care. No.
it's got Star-Lord in it and
Yeah,
some
but I
other
was
people,
glad it had
but
Chris
mostly
Pratt.
Still
Star-Lord.
don't.
That's
I
good.
still don't care. No. The reason why is
I'm
because
gonna go watch
done
it.
with all the old school, all these old school, awesome, movies coming back, having sequels, being remade, whatever the case may be. I'm just done with them.
Like Dumb and
no,
Dumber.
I'm just done.
What
Yeah,
about
like
Star
that.
Wars?
Like, why are we bringing that back? What is that about? Nothing. Absolutely nothing.
Because
Ninja
I
Turtles
want
wasn't a
What'd you-
complete fail.
because
What'd you
it's
guys-
gonna be a disaster film. Because I want to see
It's gonna
people get
be a
ate
what?
by dinosaurs.
What'd
That's
you
all I
guys-
want.
Fine.
What-
No, I'm not saying for people
Let's
to
let
not watch
Kevin
it.
talk. Kevin
Oh,
was
yeah,
gonna
go
say
ahead.
something.
What'd you guys think of the Star Wars trailer?
I didn't see
It
that
looks
either.
good.
And I still say no.
It made me want to go take out my silver editions and watch Star Wars trilogy
that's
all
what-
over
yeah,
again.
that's what. Yeah, give me that.
It
vibe.
almost was too much nostalgia. They had like the X-wings just barely over like the water, like skimming the water, which was in reality like that's ridiculous. A ship wouldn't fly.
In reality, dude, it's a fantasy.
It was a cool shot, and J.J. Abrams is known for his cool shots over, any kind of not realism, but any kind of, what would actually make some bit of sense. But it was cool, and then they end with the Millennium Falcon like doing this maneuver over the desert. They knew who they were playing to with the trailer. But
So how about
it's
that
okay.
Sith lightsaber?
Yeah, that Sith lightsaber, man, that dude's overcompensating.
Yeah, like it was like a cross. It had like things coming out the side, which
It's
probably
ridiculous. I mean,
Someone made a
No.
picture. Someone put a picture of Jesus with the green one with it up, and it was so funny. You have to find that.
But I
don't know.
I have faith because J.J. Abrams I think he's a good
Yeah.
director,
Yeah,
and I have
he's
trust.
really good.
But
I mean, I don't know. Like, it could go 50-50 because he kind of messed up Star Wars a little bit, but I think with the right IP, if he goes the J.J. Abrams route, it'll work out because Star Wars was never more cerebral like Star Trek was. It wasn't trying to tell you a message. It was just a fantastical story with lightsabers.
But it did have a pretty good
Lightsabers,
story with the
No,
original.
don't hate. I'm not a huge Star Wars fan, but they do have some good moral lessons here and there.
Mhm.
Real talk.
Yeah, like, don't be evil. Don't kill a temple full of
Yeah.
children.
No, that's not the Star Wars we're talking about. We're talking about the good Star Wars where it actually was some clever writing and stuff. Yeah, that's funny.
Yeah, that is kind of
What the?
Shut up. I mean, like, here's the thing. Star Wars had some of the most memorable characters. Like, if you were a kid, like, everyone knew Jabba the Hutt and Jazz Rebo and
Boba Fett.
Chewbacca and C-3PO, R2-D2.
Most important thing about Star Wars, there is no try. Do or do not.
Yeah, do or do not, there is no try. And Yoda, who was just friggin' awesome.
Seriously, that is actually one of the most important life lessons ever.
Mhm.
Yeah, you either
Talk
do it
about
or you
it.
don't.
You do it or you don't.
Deep stuff, yeah.
Yeah,
I tried. No.
Either you do it or you don't. Plain and simple.
I'll try, Yoda. No,
No, you do
do
it.
it or else.
That's like
Well, I won't
Ubisoft.
do it. There you go.
Ubisoft tries a lot.
Yeah, but they
We
fail
need them
so
to either
much.
do or don't.
Because
They need to try that.
I'll go to Edison. Edison tried 10,000 times and he finally did it.
Yeah, but Edison apparently was a better. Well, actually, no. Edison stole a lot of his stuff from Nikola Tesla.
Oh,
Um,
no.
Yep.
No. When he first started, I know the story. When he first started, he was actually cool. Later on, he got full of himself and he went to a different. And that's proof. You could start good and end bad, and you can start bad and end good. It's all up
Yeah.
to what you do along the way.
Yeah.
He joined the dark side.
Well, I
Yeah,
won't say he
Edison
joined
went
the
over
dark
to the dark
side.
side.
I'll say this much. I don't. It just. I don't know. I just saw the trailers this weekend, and I was like, "Oh my god, I got to do this." You know, I gotta. I mean, because here's the thing. Normally, look, after the whole, the new trilogy with Star Wars and the last two Jurassic Park movies, I was like, I couldn't do it. I just couldn't. I couldn't do it. But I mean, these people actually brought me back to liking these, or at least being willing to look at these. You know.
And what else is promising for Episode 7 is they got the guy that wrote A New Hope and The Empire Strikes Back to write
Which
this.
means that it's probably going to be pretty good.
Yeah,
So,
I was like that. Yeah, because part of the reason the prequel was, I think, with George Lucas did it all himself in terms of the writing and stuff, and I think that kind of wasn't the best thing to do.
Well, no, the prequel. See, here's the thing. Every director reaches a point where, they get so successful that they lose the person in their group who tells them no. You need someone who says, you know what, that's not a good idea. No. George Lucas, when he made the original Star Wars, Empire Strikes Back, and even Return of the Jedi, he had his ex-wife there and like other writers there. Hey, that's not a good idea. No. He doesn't have that up.
Yeah, exactly.
He doesn't. He didn't have that with the prequel, and that was the problem. The only good thing about the prequel was that we got to see Yoda fight. That's about the only cool thing about it.
I just
Yeah,
realized
I still know,
something, and it's a good point made by our esteemed diva. We haven't really busted anything. We haven't
You weren't here for when we busted Sony, Ubisoft.
Well, here, I'll give you
the podcast early.
What one? I'll give you an IGN Pokemon review, Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire, if you want to bust that.
Oh, God. Okay, go for it. This was the last one, then we're going to wrap it up.
Myself and Red are huge RPG fans, so be careful what you say.
Go for it.
You guys
Is this
are-
the one where they
This is
say,
the part where you talk, my friend.
This is
Thank you,
the
ladies
Omega
and
Ruby and Alpha Sapphire with the too much water, the too much hidden moves. What else?
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Reviews are
They gave
have
it-
these
these
people
days
never played a
They gave it
Pokemon?
a they gave it a 7.8.
for too much water.
There's
Yeah,
too
and
much,
now it's become a meme because of that. But yeah, I was
it's
like,
too much water,
Oh
seriously?
my god, that is so
Okay, fine.
irrelevant. They just
we only have a Team Aqua in there.
Too much water, too much sex, too much. It's always something with these reviewers. I'm over it.
No, but here's
Anyone
the
who has
crazy
played
thing.
a Pokemon
It got-
knows
it
that
got-
there's going to be a point where you're going to have to surf around and find stuff.
Yeah.
That's the formula, okay?
Aren't they on an island
Well,
though?
But what was absolutely crazy was they gave it the same score as Unity. I was like, really?
Really? This game is a broken
Yeah.
piece of shit like Unity?
I'm like, you gotta be kidding me.
That's why, ladies and gentlemen, we
Okay,
do not
here's
pay
a-
attention to reviews. We
here's
use them as a guide and we make our own minds up. But the sheep out there, or sheeple out there, they can't make up their minds, so they go on reviews and then they buy a game and get pissed off when it doesn't work, or it's glitchy, or it's stupid, or it's just too
And-
Which
much
is why
water.
you need to subscribe to the Good Shepherd.
And obviously
I'll point you
this-
out how to think for yourselves, people.
Yeah, because like this
Follow the
reviewer
Good
didn't
Shepherd.
know to use an HM slave because she's like, well, I've got to be stingy with the moves I give my Pokemon. I'm like, just get an HM slave. Even then, you've got the move deleter. in the
You
movie.
guys are talking Chinese all of a sudden.
I want Chinese
Yeah,
food.
because I have
Chicken
I
lo mein.
have
I
no
have no
idea
clue
what's
what
going
you're
on in
just talking about.
Pokemon.
Some people
I'm
will
not
know
a
what I'm
Pokemon
talking
I
person.
about.
will say the worst thing than people watching reviews to buy a game are the people that only buy games based off TV commercials.
Yeah.
And
I
I
don't
know
know.
two of them. I know two.
Yeah.
Well, Terminator,
That sucks.
dude, that's sadly the modern day gamer. All jokes
Oh
aside.
yeah.
That's the
Yeah,
majority of
definitely.
gamers today,
That's
though,
why
unfortunately.
the guy I
I
know.
I was actually in that category for a few years.
You suck.
Admit it.
I know a guy who has a PS4 and he thought Watch Dogs was PlayStation 4 exclusive because
They
all
don't
it is,
make.
Well,
and
he
he thought Destiny was PlayStation
Yeah,
4
if you just see the
exclusive.
TV ads, I could see
Sony,
That's
that.
all I saw. Yeah.
locked down
Yeah.
the advertising so that only they could. They were the only people who could say that it was
So
on
it
their platform.
actually, in
And
that regard,
that's
it
what
makes
happened.
sense.
Yeah, that's what happened with Unity and Microsoft. Exactly. Yeah. So.
The problem is people don't bother to research and look for things for themselves. Once something is put in their face, they accept it as that is what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, they'll see
That's a
a Call of
fact. That's
Duty
how
trailer.
that's not even modern day gamer. That's the modern day person in society.
Mm-hmm.
85% of society right now, if you show them something, they're 99% chances they'll accept it right then and there. They won't research it after that.
Oh, okay, this is what it is.
It's like the
Did you
cell
do
phone
any
commercials.
research? Well, I don't have to. That's what they told me it was. But you're not going to go and do any research to make sure it's exactly what they're saying it is because you know it probably isn't. And you know they're lying to you so they can get your money, right?
Mhm.
Well, no, they wouldn't lie. Why? Because the internet
Why?
told me. Oh, okay.
Yeah, exactly. They wouldn't lie because if they get caught, they'd get in trouble and they would be bad. I'm like, yeah, that
The
stopped
point.
how many people
They
now?
don't get in trouble because they don't get caught half the time. You got to do your research.
Mm,
They don't get caught. No, they get caught. People just give them a pass.
exactly. People
They
get
get
paid off. People
look,
get
Sony gets
convinced,
caught all
people
the
get
time.
bribed.
Like PS Now is them wanting to turn gaming into I bought the cart. Well, I'm old school. I bought the cartridge. It's mine. If I want to take this cartridge, put it under my car's back wheel and run it over, it's my cartridge. I can do whatever I want to with it.
You want
Same
to know
with the
something
console.
scary?
Yeah, and
And
Microsoft's doing it on the
in the
Xbox One as
times
well.
in the times they have not said anything bad about PS Now yet. That's proof that the mainstream doesn't realize how convoluted PS Now currently is. It has potential,
They
but
just
right
don't
now,
care.
don't
They
touch it.
know. They just don't care. Like
But
mainstream
that's the
people, all this
problem.
stuff. People just don't care.
Exactly.
They're complacent. They're happy with what they have.
That's the problem. Whether they don't care or not, everybody else listens to them.
I don't mean to interrupt anyone, but Terminator Juice has to go. Let's let him do a sign off, and then we'll continue if we. If you
Yeah, I
want to.
mean, I didn't want to make you guys have to stop. I got a Legend of Korra episode review airing in
Oh
a
yeah,
minute,
I've got to do one soon too. Yeah.
and I got to do some prep work because I didn't do my outline for it yet. So I got to go right now and go do that. So, but thanks for having me. Great discussion,
Peace.
other than the Pokemon stuff. But
All right,
Yeah,
take it easy,
no.
bro. I'm a whole season behind. I'll be caught up by next week.
yeah,
Pokemon.
it's good. It's a good show, and this was a good episode of the BS Busters. Thanks for having me, and let me know next time. So
Bye,
We
we'll
enjoyed
catch you
having
guys.
you here.
We'll catch you guys later.
Bye,
Bye.
bro. All the best, dudes.
So long, dudes.
Yeah. Next.
Speaking
So let's get back
of
to busting some BS. What's next?
speaking of uninformed consumers, since I was thinking, but this BS Busters, this is not GAL. We can get a little bit raw. Did anyone see our esteemed Shadow Fox Infinite's podcast?
Oh,
Unfortunately, I still got a headache from that. I'm working out.
I haven't seen
yeah.
part 2 yet.
My head was hurting because
Dude, if it was not Shadow Fox, I would have finished that thing at 20 minutes, tops. I stayed listening because I know Shadow drops a lot of beautiful gems when it comes to video gaming knowledge.
yeah, I found it
This
hilarious.
dude, oh my god.
Every time Shadow Fox made a point, the dude's like, "Oh, wait." It was like arguing with a 13-year-old boy.
Basically, all it was
Even
Shadow,
even
this is how I
Lulzy
saw
was
it.
more mature and intelligent
Yeah,
about
like
it.
Shadow would give facts, information. Homedew would give opinion, thoughts, don't care what you're saying, and it's just like a tennis match of Shadow throwing information and facts, and a Homedew just hitting it back with his opinions, and he doesn't care what Shadow had to say.
Yeah,
he just didn't care, and that's how gamers are. They don't care, and it's frustrating.
Okay,
Oh my god.
this
The
is
thing
why
is that-
this is where my naivety and childishness kicks in.
Okay, what's up?
This dude is a year older than me. I'm
How old is he?
34. I'll keep it real. I'm 34 years old,
So am I.
and
So yeah, he's older than
the
me.
stuff that came
Wow.
out of his mouth, I was ashamed and disappointed that he
Yeah.
said half the shit he said.
Well, there was
I
one
was
thing he
like, oh
said.
my god. I'm like, dude, I hope you're lying about your age. I hope you're trolling because,
Yeah.
dude, what the hell?
You
Yeah,
can't
well,
be
there
that
was, well,
old.
age does not equal maturity.
I
No, it
There was
know
one
doesn't.
that.
thing,
I know
there
that.
was
That's why
one
I
thing
said
that the dude
naivety,
said
my
that
childishness.
really
But god
just.
damn.
There's one thing that the dude said, on top of all the other BS he said, there's one thing that he said that really stuck out to me. He's like, well, yeah, Shadow Fox would say, well, what's your source? I'm my own source. And I was like, dude, you obviously didn't go to a good high school, because I'm
No,
going to tell you
what?
right now, if
No,
if
what
you had to do a
scares
research
me
paper,
is
and
he
you
runs
said,
his
what's
own
your,
business.
no,
Yeah, that's what
yeah,
He
happened.
runs his own business, and I'm listening to him talk about his business, and I'm like, how the hell
Who?
does he have any customers?
Like, who
how is
And
he
if he
hires
making
does
these
any
have
money?
employees?
customers, oh my god, who the hell is his customers?
How is he making any money? Well, here's the thing that gets me, right, is this, okay?
Oh, what
If
grinds my
like
gears?
anyone here who had to do a research paper in their life, like you have to state your sources. You would
Mm-hmm.
get an F if you went in there and said, "Well, what are your sources?" I'm my
I'm
own
my own
source.
source. F. An
You
F.
dumb bastard. I'm sorry. You're
You don't
stupid.
even get an F. There's just a complete zero on there. You get a
You
freaking
get you.
like.
The teacher would laugh you out of the building. They would laugh you
Period.
out of the
You need
building.
you
And
no
they
take
just
this
face palm
paper
him.
and go get your sources. Period. Get out of my
No,
classroom. Like
what
no.
scares me is if I put my 10-year-old nephew to debate with that dude,
He
he
would
would
win.
destroy him. No, this is not even exaggeration.
No, he
My
Oh,
would.
nephew Caden,
I believe
he's
it.
10 years old, and if they went toe to toe, video game wise, my nephew would totally destroy him.
Yeah, that's not shocking.
That's what scares me. That's what saddens me because
Well,
that dude is actually, he really is the modern day gaming
gamer.
consumer. Because
Yep.
when I go to
Yeah.
GameStop, outside of a few people, it's sad how I've had moments where I'm lacking knowledge and I still know way more than, not always. I'm not trying to hate because
Yeah.
some of the guys who work at GameStop actually are real gamers and they
Right.
know their shit. But a lot of times I go there, they don't know some of the stuff I say, and the people that are there in the store have no clue. And I'm like, wow, we have Google at our fingertips. Half the shit I say you could learn in minutes,
The number
seconds in
one
some
thing
cases.
that irritates me about this. Keep going. I'll tell you in a minute.
And I'm done. Because if I keep going, I'm gonna work myself into a
My
fury.
number one
No,
thing that
it's
irritates me about
cathartic
the
to get this
whole
stuff off your
thing
chest.
is that all these people who are like upset, ignorant about the Wii U itself or Nintendo in general, all they are blinded by is Mario and Zelda. Mario and Zelda. You rehash,
Yeah.
rehash, rehash,
And the
and I'm
funny
just
part
like,
is, they still don't even know.
you don't do the research in the game to know what the game is about. Yeah, it's a platformer. I get it. Yeah, you see Mario everywhere, but he is in different types of games. Each game that he is in is different from the next one, period. Like it should be.
That
If
is
you're
true.
going to whore
That is
out
true.
your
Yeah.
character, at least make sure that he is in
No,
different freaking games and
and
that the
here's the
Yeah, which is
gameplay
thing.
is
which is what
different.
Black Bond failed to point out when he was addressing Miyamoto's comment, which Miyamoto was right.
I
Anyway.
haven't listened to Black Bond,
Yeah.
Crack Bond in over a year. The funny part is, I actually
Yeah.
was subscribed to him. I was subscribed to a lot of people because I didn't realize the BS in the gaming community.
Me either.
I
I
just
was too.
because I was
I
like,
used to
wow,
be
okay, I
subscribed
get
to
it. And then
him,
over,
and then I quit because,
I have to say, if it wasn't for gamers at large, I would have given up on the gaming community on YouTube completely.
Yep.
Because just the stuff I hear, so much garbage, so much unnecessary hate. I'm like,
Mhm.
dude, this is a hobby. We're supposed to be having fun. What
Right.
happened to
No.
fun? What the hell?
Nobody is having fun. Nobody. It's
People
like,
want to
well,
hate.
it's like, dude, what is the freaking hobby about? It's the epitome of playing a video game is to have fun. You talk shit online with your friends, you joke around, and then you end it for the day, and you go
Exactly.
to your everyday life to do whatever it is you need to do, and you recycle and rinse, repeat. What the heck happened?
It's a
We're
simple
arguing over
concept. What
scales,
the
over
hell?
crap that's going. You don't know. None of these fools know what is in these fucking consoles. I'm sorry. I'm gonna get real with you. None of these fools know what is in these consoles. Period. Point blank. point. Period. You
No,
do
they
not
don't.
know.
Yeah, they want to
None
spend
of them
all
know.
these specs,
Period.
and
All
they
these
have no
specs they
clue what
throw
the hell
out
the
there, it
specs
could be
are.
a lie. You don't know. So shut up about it. And you're not getting paid for it. So shut up.
At the end of the day, regardless of
Oh my
specs,
god.
are you enjoying your games, and why are you enjoying your
Yes.
games? That's all that really
So listen.
matters.
Yeah.
1080p, 720p, 900p, 500p, P this. I don't give a
I'm
damn.
like,
Does it look good?
yeah.
Yes. Does it play smoothly? Yes. Are you
Are
enjoying
you
the game?
having fun?
Yes. That's all that freaking matters.
Well, that sucks. I can't even click on
But in their pitiful defense, we started playing games like Centipede and Pac-Man and Frogger. So we
it. Yeah,
we, we kind of we kind of have appreciation for the progress.
and that's the one
Man,
thing I
speak
am
for yourself.
thankful
I
for.
started on Donkey Kong.
Whatever.
I think
That's
Donkey
what
Kong
I'm
2
thankful
showed up.
for, though. I'm thankful for being born back then to experience the growth of gaming. But I'm
Exactly.
kind
Yeah.
of disappointed
I
because
agree.
where the way that gaming is today and how gamers today act and they treat each other, it's just saddening to see because a lot of us when we were younger grew up having that hatred toward us for just regular people who didn't understand what gaming was about. Now that it's mainstream, you got people in your own freaking community talking crap about you, putting you down. They don't care what the heck is going on the other side of that keyboard or that camera. You don't know who the person you are talking to or talking about is. You don't know if they could go and if they could be getting it left or right in real life, and then you come online and then they're getting it left and right there, and then they're sensitive and I don't know, whatever the case may be, and someone kills herself. Be mindful of what you're saying to people. I mean, I don't understand why people are so hateful and evil and just
And
it's
that's
just
and that's the whole
over
thing. I'm
games.
like, once again, listen, people, gaming is a hobby.
Hobby.
Yep.
Hobbies are meant to be enjoyed.
Supposed to be.
Now, you are supposed to have fun. My whole thing is this. When we argued back in the day, it was a debate. I mean, some people got more aggressive about it, but
Yep.
it was a debate. At the end of the day, people could be like, Sega sucks, but guess what? When the new Sonic game comes out, you at your
People
friend's house
played it.
playing Sega,
Yep.
Sonic.
Yep.
When there was like Mario sucks, the new Mario World came out. Oh, dude, let me check it out. They went over to their friend's house and played
Yep.
the Mario World.
Yep.
Mhm.
We
had a friend-
debated, we got it in,
had-
but we
had
still
a-
loved playing games.
I had a friend who had a Sega Saturn, and he was like die-hard Sega Saturn. He was like, "Man, the Sega Saturn's awesome." I was like, "Okay, come to my house. We'll play Super Mario 64." He got a 64 like the next month.
Because
From
real
playing that one.
gamers, we don't have allegiances. Like I prefer Nintendo this generation because of the
Right.
way they treat us. But at the end of the day, I go wherever the good games are.
Right.
But you never know.
That's
Next
what I do.
generation,
Yeah, I pretty much have
generation,
played
I might
every
not even
console
touch
I get a hold
Nintendo.
of.
Right.
It comes down to who provides me with the fun and entertainment I want as a gamer.
Well, it's
Yeah.
the games. It boils
It's-
down to
it-
games.
Right.
People call me a fanboy, and I have my fanboy moments, but at the end of the day, I'm a
About
game
games.
first and foremost. I follow good games. Period.
Yep.
And
The
I'm having
fanboys are
fun
the
right
ones who
now.
stick to one system.
Right, and I'm having fun right now on the Wii U. So, okay, well, you're, you know, a Nintendo fag and all that. You could call me everything under the sun,
I
boo
hate
boo.
when people
I'm
do that.
still having fun with my
Exactly.
games because,
I'm still
and
having
fun.
no, the thing with the whole name calling, that's their insecurity coming out. And I'm sorry,
Exactly.
when a
Well,
grown
the
ass
thing
man
is
is
like,
gonna be out of my
they wanna
name
make-
over a game, you
Well,
childish.
Well, the thing is, they want to make you feel bad for enjoying something.
Well,
It's
I
like,
don't
look,
get
That's,
that.
that's
let me
another
put it
thing.
this way,
And
okay?
we've said it before.
I
These are advanced toys. At the end of the day, these
Yeah.
are advanced toys.
No, they
You-
want to make you feel bad for enjoying something. Look,
don't
I enjoy. Yeah, it's nice to watch a nice documentary or a biopic about someone famous, but sometimes you want to watch something with stuff exploding and a dude in a spaceship, or some
Oh,
really
crap.
some blue people running around and really nice graphics. Sometimes you want mindless fun. And I don't have to defend myself about liking mindless fun sometimes, okay?
Like, we are playing on advanced toys, just like you said, and you are going to give me crap about what game I play? Are you shitting me right now? I'm so sorry, but
Yeah, like,
I don't have the
that's
time
true.
a day.
I
I
w-
just don't have the time or energy to worry about your insecurities as a grown man because me, as a woman, wants to play a freaking video game. You better drop your balls, homie, and get a life, because I don't have the time. Like,
Yep.
that is childish.
And I love it that people some people try to use the argument Nintendo guys don't buy third party. No, we don't buy third party games that are half-assed, which is most of them if they get to the Wii U.
Right.
Exactly.
And then they have
They're
this misconception that people who have a Nintendo console don't buy other consoles or don't have third parties.
Yeah.
Like we know Nintendo ain't gonna have third party support, so guess what? We
Yeah.
get another console, boo boo.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah,
we
what
do
do you
like
think?
other games.
Exactly.
We like gaming. We are gamers. That's what we are. Just because we prefer Nintendo doesn't stop there. We like other games. Get a freaking clue. Learn some.
Exactly.
Open your
Yeah.
horizon.
I'm not gonna say I'm a multi-console owner. I got a PS3, a gaming PC, a Wii U. Probably gonna get a PS4, Xbox One next year. I mean, well, no, probably not Xbox One, but one of them. My point is this: look, we want to play games. We'll go and get the stuff that we need in order to play the games. Now, the thing that's keeping me from purchasing one of these quote unquote, as many of these people say, next gen consoles is that like everyone, it was fine when third parties were treating Nintendo gamers like garbage, but what people didn't realize is that this was bleeding over into how they treated other gamers on other consoles.
Yep.
And
they didn't know it yet.
90% of the games on these other consoles are multiplats. They're from third-party multiplats. So what excuse? Why am I going to spend $399 to $499 on a console to play games that are broken, glitchy messes? Why would I do that?
No, not even that. Why would I spend over, I don't know, $400 a piece for each one of those just to get an Xbox and a PlayStation that have the same freaking games? I am sorry. I'm just not going to do that. I'm going to get my Nintendo. I'm going to get maybe an Xbox or a PlayStation, which I have an Xbox One now, and I'm going to enjoy the best of both worlds. I'm sorry. And for PC gamers out there, they usually get a Wii U. I've heard it all the time. They're like, yeah, I usually get a Wii U. I just get a Nintendo game system, and I have PC because they have the multiplats on there too.
It's got multiplats.
It just doesn't make sense to have PC, Xbox One, and PlayStation 4, and not a Wii U, and you just pay all those games. They're all the same shit. I'm sorry.
Well,
it just is.
At this point in time, it's gonna boil down to at this point in time, it's going to boil down to the exclusives. It's going to boil down to first-party exclusives.
Nobody wants to play Mario all day because that's all they have on Nintendo.
Yeah, that's what they always say. And when I hear people say that, I look at them and I say, okay, so let me get this straight. So your argument is that every single Mario game is the same game. And they'll say, right. And I'm like, okay, so Mario 64 is the same as Mario Sunshine.
Strikers, or Mario Strikers, or
Mario
Party.
Mario Sunshine is the exact same as Mario Galaxy. Those are the same game. And then they're like, oh, well, no, but I mean, like, so you're tired of Nintendo using arguably the most popular IP in the world that's even more popular than Mickey Mouse or than Disney IPs. One of their few aces in the hole.
You could put a whole bunch of Disney characters together, throw Mario in there, and people will know who he is. Oh, look, it's Mario. Why is he in there?
Oh,
I mean,
they know it's a video game character. They know it. That's just who he is.
So you want a company that doesn't have Microsoft's money, doesn't have Sony's dirty practices that they like to do.
I'll just say
so basically, I mean, you want them to give up their only thing that they can fight with. You basically want them to get into a boxing match and tie their hands behind their back. You can't use your left or right hand, but it's boxing. What?
It's stupid. It's just dumb how and I use the word gamer loosely because I'm sorry, I don't want to associate myself with a bunch of ignoramuses out there. I just do not. I'm sorry. I am a grown-ass woman. I love playing video games, and I get whatever games come to me that are interesting to me, and I don't need to worry about what another person thinks of me. You can call me childish. You can call me everything under the sun. It don't matter to me. I'm still going to enjoy my games because I have one life to live, and I would be damned if I spend it arguing over sales and other things going on I don't care. Like, why would you waste your time arguing about stuff like that? If it's a game related thing, cool.
If they have a conversation. If they have nowhere else to go, it's like that movie Officer and a Gentleman where the drill sergeant breaks this dude down, just breaks him down, and he's like, I've got nowhere else to go. These people have nowhere else to go. They have nothing else to
Well,
go on.
and
I mean, obviously they don't have any games to play.
I was about
because
to say
then
they got no
wouldn't have
games to
time
play.
Look, people. I remember I had to go through a year and a half of Wii U got no games. No, you got no games.
No,
I'm
they got
this.
no
I got
games now.
Smash Brothers. I got Mario Kart 8. I got
We
a
ain't got no
PC.
games that they're interested in. That's what they need to start saying if they're gonna say we have no games. I
Exactly.
don't want to hear this. I don't have. Y'all don't. Wii U doesn't have no game. I understand they don't have games you are interested in, and that is all fine and dandy. But do
Yeah.
not come at talking about we don't have no games, because I'm playing everything I can think of right now,
Exactly.
and I'm backlogged like a mo, and I still have Wii games that I have to
Yeah.
finish. So I don't
Yeah,
want to hear what the heck you don't like. I
I
don't care.
literally look between my 3DS, my Wii U, my PC, and even to some extent my PS3 and Steam. I'm set. Really, at this point, I'm set.
Right.
I'm set. I don't need anything else.
I don't know. People are just they're so stupid to me. How things have turned, how it's back and forth arguments over sales and over how powerful this and that is. And at the end of the day, I'm sorry, I just prefer to play my games. And if you're not playing your games and you're making videos, hate videos,
Yeah.
exposure videos, and things of that nature, you're just doing it to make whatever money to monetize on your whatevers, and you just personally, I don't think you have content worthwhile, in my opinion. If that's how you make your content, you don't have enough creativity to make content for people to come to your channel and enjoy what you do. If you just be yourself, your honest to goodness self, and enjoy playing your games, people will come to your channel and they will, and you converse with them and talk to them and have a good time. They'll come to your channel. So if you're making these hate videos because you're trying to get views or whatever, you're doing it wrong. I'm sorry, you're doing it wrong.
What
Stop it.
coupon?
It's not necessary.
You're saying that drama and calling
I
people
know. I'm
out.
talking to walls.
I mean, look, you're talking about a YouTube gaming community here. That's all
I know.
half of these people do.
That's all they do, and I understand. I know I'm talking to walls, but
That's
I'm
all they
sorry.
do.
I'm of the mind that if there's something stupid going on, I need to speak on it. And I said my piece. It's not going to change, I know, but at least I can leave this world knowing I did my part to at least try to change some things. What have y'all mofos done? That's all I have to say. What has any of y'all done out there who are throwing around hate and discontent and all that stuff? What have you done with your life that is
What did I
worthwhile?
miss? Because you're on a rant.
I'm sorry. What
No,
did you
look,
miss? No,
you
it's
can.
just
It needed
people
to be
being
said.
stupid. You didn't miss
It
nothing.
needed to be said. Here's the thing. Yeah, it was a rant, but it's cathartic to get.
No, I'm not
things
saying
off
she
your chest.
she didn't have a legitimate
no.
rant. I just heard her ranting. That's all.
No, it's just
I
the
stepped
simple
away.
fact that people are making all this hatred and
Yeah.
spreading all this hate and stuff, and I don't
Oh.
understand why that has to be the staple
Oh, I
for
get it.
gaming.
Yeah,
You
I
got
agree.
these people with Gamergate and all that stuff going on, making us
Oh God,
look
don't
bad
get me
as
started
gamers.
on that
And
nonsense.
I'm not going to go into that, but I'm just saying you got people making us look bad already with all that going on, and then you got these people online doing all this craziness on YouTube, Twitter,
Well,
whatever else, swatting people and all that other. Why can't
well,
nobody just be kind to someone? Can you not be kind? Is it
well,
that hard?
Yeah, that's one thing that bugs me. I'm like, why do you need to be mean to anyone? Seriously. I mean,
here's the thing.
I mean, I understand there's certain elements involved, and yeah, you could maybe ridicule someone you know and you'll joke about it, but at the
Right.
end of the day, what do you benefit from making anybody else feel less?
Because you
'Cause
burn
people
bridges.
wanna
that
feel
That
way.
is your
superior.
existence. No,
Because
that's
people
why
want to feel superior, and
Exactly.
instead of
That's what I
feeling
said. How sad
superior,
is
like
your existence that you have to put somebody down that badly.
instead of feeling superior,
somebody
through good
hurt
things
someone
by
in the
doing
past.
things that make you into a exceptional person, like, oh, you're an Eagle Scout, that's an accomplishment. Oh, you served in the military, that's an accomplishment.
This is
Oh,
where I've heard.
you
I've
graduated, with a high thing. You own your
Yeah.
own business. You take care of your family. Things that normal accomplishments. People need to have achievements that don't really mean anything. Like, oh, you opened a door in a video game. Congratulations.
But
Dick.
honestly,
My thing is,
at the end of the day, see, people who truly accomplish anything does not have to talk about it.
Exactly.
like they
like-
finish it and they're done with it. But my thing is like it just seems like somebody did something horribly wrong to you in the past. So now you're in a position of power and you want to do the same thing that someone did to you. What? Like I don't know. It just seems like
But-
that's where it stems from. I don't know.
By the
It's
way-
gaming, but people are just weird to me, and I don't.
Random moment, your avatar is a sexy beast. That's a succubus, I'm guessing?
Yeah, that's a gargoyles. I have a.
Oh, that's a gargoyle. Oh, I thought
Yeah,
it was a
I thought it was a
succubus.
succubus.
I thought it was a succubus. It's a gargoyle.
That's a
Okay.
freaking gargoyle. You guys see the whole picture.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
that's the thing. I just see it
That
from the
is
top, so I'm sorry.
But yeah,
No,
it's a gargoyle.
well, as far as the Gamergate thing, I haven't really touched
Don't
it.
bring it up, please.
From what I
I didn't
understand,
mean
Yeah, don't. I mean,
but don't.
it's
Let's
a
not talk about
valid
it. That's
topic,
another
but
time.
yeah, it's a valid
that's
topic.
at least
I'm
gonna
not
be an
gonna-
hour long if you're
Yeah,
being
yeah,
honest.
that would be another hour.
Yeah.
I'm gonna wrap this up because I know people are gonna want to go to dinner and do whatever else they want to do with their time. So before we wrap
No,
this
you
up,
probably
does
have
anyone
to
have any
away.
final topics?
I don't have nothing
What?
to talk about.
No, I think that's okay.
Excuse me?
Anything before we wrap this up?
Play your
I
game.
got a cold beer in the freezer.
Play your freaking games.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got-
play
What
games.
Shadow Fox say? Are you here to play games to impress people, or are you playing games to have fun? I said it wrong, but whatever.
Yeah, just play. Look,
Yeah.
listen.
Play your
And
games. Enjoy
For
it. Game on.
everyone, okay. Anyone have any upcoming content coming up they want to plug before we?
Oh,
I
yeah,
got
why
it.
not?
I do.
Oh,
Go.
good.
You guys go first. I'll go last.
Okay. The long-awaited giveaway for Operation Platinum. I was just trying to make it make more sense. I have Bayonetta 2, a fresh, completely sealed copy of Bayonetta 2 and Wonderful 101 up for grabs for any of my subscribers who participates. Um, and I have another podcast called Larger Than That, and I won't give away too much. But Coupon's one of the people involved in it, and I'll leave it at that. It should be really interesting for those who truly care about gaming. And that's about it.
Okay, Kevin.
Yeah, I've got some reviews, other topics I might talk about. I know my reviews are the thing I'm focusing on right now, and then I may talk about some other games. So that's my plan right now.
All right. Okay, I guess I'll go, and then Coupon's gonna close it out because she asked to go last.
Well, I said, you gotta
Save
close
the
it
best
out.
for last.
Podcast.
Okay, fine. Then you go, Coupon. Go.
Alright, so I got a new camera, so yay, updates.
Me
So,
too, yay. Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, cool. So production will be a little better, hopefully. So I'm gonna figure out how to use it. But I also made an update recently, so hopefully people have seen that and they know that I'm going in a more positive light with my channel. And with that being said, I got some PSAs on the way. I'm gonna be doing some amiibo tutorials on how to color your amiibos because a lot of people have been asking about that.
yeah.
So
Yeah.
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 So be on the lookout for those. So
That's
that's pretty much what I got going
cool.
on. And some more gameplay.
All right then. So, I guess I'll. Oh, okay.
Wait.
You got something? Oh.
Yeah. Just one more quick thing. Just for anybody, well, I doubt anybody in your channel may know much about me other than I'm part of Gamers at Large. I just want to point out that I am called the Good Shepherd, not the Gaming Shepherd. Gaming is my favorite hobby. It is, but I have a lot of topics outside of gaming that I'm going to start bringing up more on my channel because I'm about life and enjoying life and being positive about life. Don't get it wrong, I will talk shit because I am a smartass, but at the end of the day, life is meant to be lived and enjoyed. And there's a lot of interesting things out there. So I'm going to be bringing up a lot of those topics in the near future. Okay, that's it.
All right then. Let's see. Okay. Close it out. First things first. For those of you, most of the people on this channel are members of the Gamers at Large, but there will not be a Gamers at Large this Sunday. So if you're looking for it, don't spam the thing. Where's Gamers at Large? It's
But
not
larger than that might be there tomorrow, just in case. Just then you know.
Yeah, yeah, but we'll have other content from members of the GAL. Sounds like the JAL actually, of the GAL. So
I'm gonna go to Japan again. I miss it.
yeah, so let's see. Coming from me, look forward to in the next 2 or 3 weeks. I'll be doing a full review with spoilers of Dragon Age Inquisition. So yeah, that's about it. And I might do a pre-Christmas BS Busters checking the list, making a list, checking it twice podcast in about 2 weeks because I'll be on my Christmas vacation from school, so I'll have lots of free time. So okay then, we're done and we're gonna call it a night. You guys have fun.